If you're trading and not using a journal, you're holding yourself back, plain and simple. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up TradeZella, one of the most powerful trading journal platforms built specifically for traders who want to level up. TradeZella lets you import trades directly from your broker, track performance, spot patterns, review stats, and improve your mindset, all within one clean, easy to use dashboard. Whether you're a day trader, swing trader, or just getting started, this platform can change the way you trade. And if at some point in the video you decide you want to go ahead and sign up, use my promo code BUILD20 at checkout to get 20% off your subscription. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So once you're ready, you're going to go ahead and head over to TradeZella.com, of course. And from here, you're going to click Get Started. Once you do that, you have the option to sign up with Google or create a whole new email and password. Personally, I use Google, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and create a brand new account. Creating an account is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to type in your email and click sign up. Once you get that, you'll receive this message basically saying we've sent an email to your email address that you provided. You need to go ahead and head on over and verify your account. Once you verify your email, your account will be made. I personally verified it through my phone and not on my computer, so I now have to go and sign back in. But if you do it through your computer, it will take you straight to your page. So now we're going to go ahead and click sign in. And you can go ahead and click continue here. From here, you'll choose a subscription plan. They offer both monthly and yearly options. So go through here, pick whatever fits your style or your budget. So let me quickly break down the two TradeZella subscription options so you know which one fits you best. So TradeZella offers two plans, basic and premium. The basic plan is perfect if you're just getting started. You get access to all the core features like trading journal, analytics, back testing, and one broker account connection. You can create up to 3 strategy playbooks and even invite a few people to review your journal. It's everything you need to track and improve your trading, just with a few limits. Now, if you're more of a serious or high volume trader, the premium plan does unlock everything. You can connect up to 20 broker accounts, create unlimited playbooks, access advanced back testing, and use their powerful trade replay feature, which lets you relive and review trades like a game file. You also get more storage and unlimited mentor invites. However, both plans really give you the full analytics and dashboard reports that you need for journaling, so you're not really missing out on core features either way. Personally, I use basic, or right now in my trading journey, I don't need the pro one at this moment, but maybe at some point I will decide to upgrade. But for right now, the basic plan is everything that I need. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to monthly, and I'm gonna click subscribe now. Once you do that, you're gonna go here and add a promo code BUILD20. Again, adding a promo code BUILD20 gets you 20% off your subscription, and you're gonna click apply. Once you do that, you'll have a new total, and then you're gonna go over and put in your card information. Now, obviously I'm not gonna show that on screen. All right, now this is where the magic really begins. As you can see, the dashboard gives you a high-level overview of your trading performance, but don't let this overwhelm you. Let me break down what exactly you're looking at. Now, as you can see at the top here, this is a demo. So obviously this is not a true P&L. This is what you will see when you first log into the TradeZella dashboard. Right here, you've got your net P&L. This shows your overall profit or loss for whatever date range you select. You can adjust the range up here at the top right to zoom in on a specific week, month, or just any custom time frame. Next is your trade win percentage. This tells you how often you're winning trades overall. Basically, out of every 10 trades, how many are green versus red. Then you've got your profit factor, which is your average R multiple, or in simple terms, your risk to reward ratio. So if you're risking $100 and consistently making $100, that's a 1R multiple. If you're making $200 on average, it'd be a 2R multiple. So this stat is huge for knowing whether your wins are actually outweighing your losses. Right here is your day win percentage, which is a little different from your trade win rate. This shows how often you end the day green overall. So for example, you might take 5 trades and only win 1. But if that 1 win made you more than 4 losses, you still had a winning day. So that's what this stat is tracking right here. Then finally, you got your average win versus your average loss. This tells you on average how much you're making on your winners compared to how much you're losing on your losers. So it's a quick way to check if your winners are big enough to cover your losses. This is your Zella score. It keeps track of your trading performance overall across multiple different categories. The score updates over time as you log more trades, tag your setups, and track your journal entries. The more consistent and disciplined you are, the higher your score climbs. If you start trading recklessly or breaking your rules, you'll see it drop. This is your progress tracker. When you open up the progress tracker, you'll see visual feedback on how consistent you've been with things like logging trades daily, tagging your setups, writing trade reviews, following your trading plan, and even how often you journal your thoughts. This is your daily net P&L. This is pretty self-explanatory, just shows your P&L over time. It gives you more of a visual way of looking at it. You scroll down here, this is your net daily P&L. Pretty much the same concept, just more of a bar graph chart. Here are your recent trades and your open positions. And then once we connect our accounts, of course, we will have an account balance. Now let's check out one of my favorite features on TradeZella, the monthly calendar. Now this section gives you a day-by-day breakdown of your trading activity for the entire month. It's an amazing way to get a quick visual of your overall consistency and performance. As you can see here, each day is color coded to show whether you finish green or red. So at glance, you can see how often you're actually having profitable days, whether you're on bad streaks, or whether your wins or losses are spaced out over time. When you click on a specific date, it breaks down everything you did that day, how many trades you took, what your total P&L was, win-loss percentage, and more. So it's perfect for spotting patterns like over trading on Mondays, doing better midweek, struggling after a big red day, or maybe performing better when you only take 1 or 2 quality trades. And as you can see right here, we also have trade time performance. Now this feature is pretty self-explanatory. It shows you exactly how you perform at different times of the trading day. And this could be huge to figure out when you may or may not be making the best trading decisions. You might want to just sit on your hands at certain times. You'll see your stats broken down by time blocks like pre-market, market open, mid-morning, lunchtime. You can see the times are all here. What's great is you can instantly see which part of the day is making you money and which part is maybe costing you money. So for example, you might notice you're super consistent between 9:30 and 10:30, but every time you trade around lunchtime, your win rate tanks. That tells you a lot. Maybe your focus drops off midday or you're forcing trades during low volume times. And up here is your drawdown. Now, if you're not familiar with the term drawdown, it simply refers to how far your account dips from a peak before it recovers. So in other words, it just measures how much you lose during a losing streak or a rough patch. This essentially just gives you a visual representation of exactly what that looks like. It shows your biggest dips, how long they lasted, and how deep they go. This could be helpful for a few reasons. It could show you how volatile your trading really is, help you set more realistic risk limits, like knowing when to take a break or maybe reduce size, and it reveals whether or not you're recovering fast or letting losses kind of pile up.
Now let's move over to the daily journal. So the daily journal tab is where you take a few moments to log your thoughts, emotions, and just overall game plan, either before, during, or after the trading session. Here's how it works. As you can see, you have your trades for each day. You can click here and hit add note, but it says view note for me right now because I already put in a note before, but it'll say add note like it does right here. You'll click view note and it'll give you a little breakdown of your trade. And at the bottom here, you can write anything you want about maybe what you were feeling, write your morning prep or plan, reflect on maybe what went right, what went wrong after the market or before the markets. Track your emotions. You know, if you're trading scared, overconfident, hesitant, or just document any lessons learned for the day. Instead of typing the same notes every time, let's say you have a basic note-taking strategy that you want to implement, and you don't want to type the same things all the time. You just want to put the information that you need that changes, like how you're feeling. Those emotions will change, right? You can click add a template and you can actually create templates. Now here they have preset templates that you can use, right? And you can go through these and pick which ones you want to use for yourself, or you can just make your own template right up here at the top, create a new template, and you can make this whatever you want. Let's say for this example, you want to use the daily game plan. You'll click this. So now you'll use this as a template. And now when you come to type in, you can just click which template you want to use and you can add whatever you need to, just like that. Makes it really simple, really quick and easy. And then you'll click save. Then when you go back to review your trades, of course, you'll hit view note and everything that you just put will still be there. Now let's go ahead and head over to trades. We'll exit out of this. As you can see, this is where every trade you log or import will show up individually.
You have some of your same stats that you have on the main dashboard that we've already went over. And this is where you can kind of pick each trade that you've taken one by one and do a little bit more of a deep dive onto it. Now you can access this same exact screen from your dashboard on the calendars tab, or you can do it from here at the trades. There's a lot of ways kind of to do the same thing on TradeZella, you'll notice, but for this video, we're just gonna go through it from here. Now, as you can see, you have your chart here that shows where you got into the trade and when you got out of the trade. You can also make this full screen if you'd like. Over here on the left, this is your stats tab. This is basically going to give you all the metrics that you need within your trade to see how good or bad of a trade you made. This is where you can set what your profit target was, what your stop loss was, and this will give you all your metrics that you need to figure out what your planned R multiple was, your realized R multiple, etc. Now let's head over to the Playbooks tab. If you're not familiar with exactly what a playbook is, essentially you can categorize each trade into what the setup was or what the strategy was for the given trade. So you're not just blindly taking trades and figuring out what exactly or why you got into the trade. You can create step-by-step playbook. You can make it as defined as you want or as less defined as you want, and literally categorize everything. So you can name it. So let's go super basic here. Let's say the name is trend break, and the description can be whatever. Trend break going long, trend break going short. You can be as descriptive as you want so you understand what the strategy is for yourself. You can do an entry criteria. So let's say simply the trend line was broken, and you can add a rule for what that is. Let's say for this example, trend line was broken after weeks of consolidation, days of consolidation, whatever it is your strategy calls for. Then you'll hit create. So once you hit create, everything you just built gets added to your Playbooks tab. So this is where you'll see your entire library of all the setups. And from here, you can create more playbooks, right? You can create more playbooks, you can organize them, and really start building out your personal vault. So what makes this so powerful is that TradeZella allows you to categorize every trade by setup. This gives you the detailed stats for each one. So you'll be able to see win rate for that specific strategy. You can see your profit target. You can see your trade history tied to that playbook. So here you can edit, you can rename, you can add a description, and even color code each playbook for easy navigation. And if you want to share with someone like a mentor or a trading buddy, you can do that as well right here on the share button. So this is where you really start to understand what's making you money and what's costing you money. For example, maybe you love taking trend break trades after consolidation, but now you can break it down. Are you more profitable trading that setup on the 15-minute chart, or does it work better on the daily? Does it perform best during certain market conditions or times of day? You can create a separate playbook for each version of that setup and actually see hard numbers, which one delivers the best results. So instead of just guessing or trading off a feeling, now you're tracking your edge and optimizing it. Now let's head over to Progress Tracker. So this feature is really all about holding yourself accountable and tracking habits that actually make you a better trader over time. So instead of just looking at profit and loss, the Progress Tracker helps you measure consistency and discipline. So it gives you visual feedback on how often are you journaling your trades, whether you're reviewing and rating your trades, how consistently you're tagging setups. If you're using playbooks, if you're writing daily journals, you'll see progress bars and percentages that let you know how well you're sticking to your routine. So this is basically your trading habits scored. You're not just measuring outcomes, you're measuring the process. And that's kind of where the growth comes in. All right, now that you're a little familiar with what TradeZella has to offer, let's go ahead and walk you through how to connect your brokerage account. And that's really simple. You could actually do it straight from here. You can add trades. Now from here, as you can see, they have an option of different brokerages. You can type yours and find yours if you don't see it on the first list. If your brokerage is not on here right now, there's a good chance it probably will be coming soon. They're always continuing to add brokerages, but my personal recommendation, if you can, consider switching to a broker that integrates already directly with TradeZella. When your broker is synced, it makes life so much easier. The updates happen automatically. Every trade you make is instantly tracked, analyzed, and stored. So it saves you a lot of time and just keeps your data accurate. If your current broker is not supported, you can still manually upload your trade history. It's just a few more steps. download your trade statements from your broker, then you upload them into TradeZella. It still works fine. It's just not as seamless. But for this situation, we're going to go ahead and use TradeStation. That's what I personally use. So let's go ahead and connect it. So I'm going to type in TradeStation. Click continue. You're going to have 3 recommendations. You're going to have auto sync, which would be what you want to do. File upload, which basically means you'll download your statements and you will load that file onto TradeZella manually, or you can add your trades manually one by one. Please, whatever you do, do not do this. This is such a headache. I've done it before. It's just not worth it. Just do auto sync. It makes life so much easier. There's no reason you shouldn't do it. From here, you can actually have where the import will start. So let's say you want the whole history of the account to be imported, you can do that. Or if you want to just start fresh, brand new for a new month, you can do that as well. So you'll pick the date, all right, or you can just leave it blank. It'll import all the records and then you hit connect. Now you'll sign in. What's going to happen is you're not seeing it on the screen right now, but basically it pulls up my TradeStation window. It pulls up a separate window on TradeStation, and it's going to have me sign in and connect. With whatever broker you use, it'll probably look something similar to what I'm experiencing right now. And if you have multiple accounts on your brokerage, it'll ask you which account you want to have synced. So just pick the right one. Once you're connected, it should take you to a page similar to this one, showing you and displaying all the accounts you have connected. Obviously, we have just a demo account here. Then you have, this is the account I traded, or excuse me, this is the account I connected. This is my TradeStation account. As you can see, it shows auto sync is synced. And from here, you're pretty much good to go. You can now go explore, put in some trades, do some journaling. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching. If you want me to do a deep dive into something specific, please let me know. I'll do a whole video breakdown on it. This was just a quick tutorial on how to get your TradeZella account up and running and to go ahead and get started with journaling. There's so much more that TradeZella has to offer. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to sign up and you want to get a little discount, use my promo code BUILD20 for 20% off. It does help me a lot, supports me, and helps me be able to make these videos. I will see you on the next one.